Hey you guys, so this is the look that I've come to you guys with today, and here are the eyes and the lips, and one of my subscribers asked me to do a Hollywood, like an old Hollywood glamour prom makeup tutorial, and so here's the look right here. And then I'm also doing a collab with BeautyByTommie here on YouTube, and she is going to also be doing a prom look. I'm doing the more of the dramatic look, and she's going to be doing more of a simple look. So if you guys would like to see that, make sure you go check out her channel. I will leave her links down below so you guys can go check her out. And if you want to see how I got this look, then please just stay tuned. I'm going to be using this color right here, and I'm going to be using that as my primer today. I'm just putting that on my lid, and I'm using my finger to warm the product up. And I'm just putting that on my lower lid. It doesn't really need to come up too much, because when I did my eyebrows, I did bring that concealer down a tad bit. So we don't need to put it all the way up there. To be this one right here, and I'm going to be putting this on my crease, and I'm using this brush right here from what is it, Real Techniques, yeah. And I'm actually not going to be, I just said on my crease, I'm going to put that on my eyelid. That's going to be our lid color, and I'm just going to sweep this on here very lightly, because what we really want the color on our eyelid to be a skin tone color. So that's why it's great if you put down a concealer, because it kind of already gives you the color, and now I'm just going over it with a powder to just kind of set it, because we want our lid to be that color. And I'm just also going to just kind of sweep that in the crease a bit, and it's just going to help us blend all of the rest of our eyeshadows better. Just sweeping this all over my eye. Okay, and then for the next color, I'm going to be moving over two shades. I'm taking this brown one right here, and this one is called Faint in the palette. That first color was the WOS, which is short for something. I can't remember what it's short for, but it's on the box wherever the container is. But anyway, so the first color was WOS, and now we're going to be taking Faint. And I'm still using the same brush. It's a fluffy brush, so it's really good for your crease, but I just put it on my eyelid because we're really just swiping that powder on. It wasn't really putting any color on it, so that's why the brush didn't really matter too much. And I'm just taking this color and sweeping that in my crease, and that's it. The first color in the palette, which is Venus, and it's kind of shimmery. I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it's like a off-white shimmery kind of color. And I'm going to be using this brush here, which is a different brush. As you guys saw while I was doing my eyes, I just kind of came in with this brush and just put some more of that first color on, WOS, and just to intensify it a little bit more. I wanted more color payoff. So this was the first color, the first brush I was using, and then this is what I used that second time you guys saw. Now I'm using this same brush right here, and I'm just going to be taking Venus, the very first shade, and we're just going to kind of just sweep that in our inner corner, just to brighten the eye up. And then, okay, and now for liner. A lot of people have trouble with liner. I'm using the Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. This is my favorite eyeliner. This is like one of the first ones that I ever tried, and then I used some other kinds and stuff, but this one I like the best because I like the tip. The little applicator is really nice and skinny. The product glides on really good. It's, you know, alright, so now I'm taking this brush right here, and it is pointed at the tip, and I'm going to be taking Faint in the palette, which is that brown color again. I'm using that one, and I'm just going to be putting this on my lower lashes. For the next part, I'm going to add some of that black in the crease, and I'm using the black in the palette, which is called Crave. And I'm using the same little brush because it is pointed, so it's good to get in tiny areas and creases. And I'm just doing it just like that. And now I'm just going to do circular motions and blend that. Like so. Okay, and then for lashes today, I'm going to be using the #1 lashes. And these are just from my beauty supply store. Okay, I'm back, and I've applied some more mascara on my bottom lashes, and then I applied the false eyelashes, and here's what they look like. So yeah, and those are still just drying, so we're gonna give those a little while to dry. Okay, and I'm gonna be applying lipstick, and I don't have a red lip liner, so I'm just gonna be using this color, which is called Half Red from MAC. I don't know if it's gonna focus on that or not. Okay, whatever. Anyways, it's called Half Red. So and now, just because I don't really like matte red lips on myself, why I don't know. I don't like matte lipstick at all on me, but yeah, so I'm gonna be applying this lip gloss, and this is called Ruby from Smashbox. Okay, so now I'm back and I did my hair, and I did kind of like a 50s inspired pin curls kind of look. And yeah, if you guys want to like see how I got this look, if you would like a tutorial on this, then just you know, let me know in the comment section, or thumbs up the video, any of that kind of stuff. So anyways, yeah, now on to the rest of my look. Now after I put on the lipstick, now I can kind of see what I want to do. And I think for blush today, I'm just going to keep it kind of like bronzy. And I'm going to be using Bad Girl Gone Good from the Rihanna collection. And here's what that looks like. It's a orangey kind of color. Very, very pretty shade. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my cheeks. And now you can do the lips just like this. Actually, you could have stopped with just the lipstick if you're into the matte look, and then you can add the lip gloss if you're into the glossy look. And now I'm just going to take this one step further because I don't know, that's just me, and I feel like for my prom, ooh, this piece right here. Anyways, I feel like for my prom, I would want to be a little bit different. I don't want to have just the regular average stuff like everybody else has. So as you guys saw for my prom look, I did like a glittery cut crease, and nobody else had that. Nobody had glitter on their eyes, so I was different. And now here's another twist on the old Hollywood glamour look, because of course there's going to be lots of people who want to do the old Hollywood theme, and everybody wants to wear red lipstick. So now we're going to take it up a notch, and I'm going to be using glitter. And this is a stack of glitter from Hobby Lobby. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take kind of like a concealer brush. I'm going to use this one right here. It's just a concealer brush, and it has something on it already. Whatever, I don't know. It looks like red eyeshadow. Anyways, I'm just going to use that. So, yeah, my brushes are dirty. That's okay. I'm going to be using this pink color. Here's what that looks like. And I'm going to be using the pink because it's red, and I want it to like stand out a bit. I don't want it to look like, I don't know. It's just that the red, you see how the red shines more on top? I mean, the pink shines more on top of the red. So that's why I'm using pink. And then we're going to put a gloss on top of it, so it's still going to look shiny. It's the Satin Lips from Mary Kay. And it's just clear, and it's very very like, what's the word, smooth kind of. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like Vaseline. That's honestly what it feels like when you put on your lips, and it glides sort of like Vaseline. It's around the same texture, something like that. So I'm just using this instead of like a regular clear lip gloss, because it does glide like that, and it's, you know how Vaseline is very shiny. So yeah, you could use a clear lip gloss still. It wouldn't really make a difference, or Vaseline. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on with my my finger because I don't want it to get messed up. Yeah, so that is it for the look, you guys. And yeah, here's the eyes again, which I showed you guys already, and then the lips. and that is it. And you see how they shine. So yeah, and it's just a little extra touch to kind of make something different. I think I might take some pictures and include them in this, or you know what, you guys can follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna take some pictures, and in the pictures you probably will be able to see the glitter better. So yeah, I'm gonna link all that stuff down below. Don't forget to thumbs up, like the video, and subscribe please. And if you have any comments or questions, you can ask me down below, or make sure you check the description box first because they might just be there. And yeah, so once again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.